Film terbaru Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, bukan hanya menghadirkan petualangan epik dari mitologi Yunani, tetapi juga mengangkat kisah tentang perjuangan, keluarga, dan arti sebuah rumah. Film ini mengadaptasi karya klasik Homer tentang perjalanan panjang Odysseus kembali ke Ithaka setelah Perang Troya. Dibintangi Matt Damon sebagai Odysseus, film produksi Universal Pictures ini berhasil mencatat pencapaian besar di box office Amerika Utara. Nolan menjelaskan bahwa penonton tidak perlu memahami mitologi Yunani terlebih dahulu untuk menikmati kisah perjalanan dan pencarian jati diri dalam film tersebut. Nolan menyebut tema utama The Odyssey adalah tentang perjalanan pulang atau nostos, yang juga berarti
Actually, it's very exciting to come to the story completely fresh and just experience, because it is a great story and it's a really interesting world. And I think we try to present it in a way that's accessible and that you can just tap into without knowledge of Greek mythology, without knowledge of the Odyssey. Well, I think the two things are the same. They're not mutually exclusive. I think that returning home is really about returning to yourself and finding yourself and where you belong and restoring things to how they should be. And so that idea of a very long journey, that idea of being taken away from your home for so long and then reunited with home in all the forms of what it means, family, geographical place, time as well. It's really about that feeling of return where Odysseus has changed, but the place he's returning to, the idea of home has changed as well. And finally restoring that, I think is a very satisfying sense of nostos, of homecoming. I think watching the film, when it was completely finished, watching the film on IMAX for the first time and seeing the entire image and looking at where we represent the fall of Troy and realizing that section of the film we did without visual effects and that we had thousands of extras and we had buildings on fire and this whole city kind of being destroyed. It was pretty nutty to look at that and realize that we had done all that. It's kind of crazy, but the film is just full of every day we were doing something outlandish and something that we had never seen before. I don't know what I'll do in the future, but certainly I've always tried to use the big screen in that way, to try and create a sense of wonder, to try and build a world that the audience can escape into. Well, I think for China movie China viewers, really what I want to get across is the Odyssey it's the story of a man's struggle to get home after this massive conflict, and it's an adventure story. It embraces elements of mythology and fantasy, but it's also really about family. This is a very different film than I brought to China before in that sense, but we're very excited to see what people think of it.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.